Okay, so hey guys, so yeah, this is gonna be the Motivational Monday video. It's gonna be a lot different because I'm not at home. I'm in my sister's house and like I'm in the guest bedroom, so that's why there's like guest bedroom stuff behind me. But I still wanted to keep my promise and do my Motivational Monday with you guys. I'm literally finna get my makeup wipe and wipe my makeup off and go to bed. So I ain't upload this tomorrow. So this week the topic is gonna be about self-love. Now y'all know this is a collab video, so make sure you go check out my girl Living Life as Issa channel, and her channel will be listed down in the description box below, so make sure y'all go check her out. So this week the topic is self-love, y'all. Now y'all know I get my handy dandy notebook because I want to give y'all good information and good feedback. I'll tell y'all about something that I did called a self-love journey, and halfway through this video I might want to blend down because my phone is about to die. But yeah, so I want to talk to y'all about something that I did called a self-love journey. For me, my self-love journey was something that I did to basically learn how to love myself. At one point in time, I felt like I did love myself as a person, but I just didn't feel like I understood who I was as a person. And you know, nobody will never fully understand who they are. You just have to keep living and have to keep going. So something that I did was a self-love journey because I had literally just left my house. I was just starting college. I didn't know who Sasha was. So I did a self-love journey, and my self-love journey consisted of taking myself on dates, figuring out what I liked, figuring out what I didn't like, figuring out what I wanted in a man, like so many different things that I hadn't asked Sasha as an adult. So that's what I did for my self-love journey, and I want everybody to understand. Sorry if I keep looking away because it's hard to like do it on your phone, but I want everybody to understand that self-love it's not just, oh, I love myself, I think I'm pretty. It isn't just like, oh, I'm popping. Anybody can say they popping. Anybody can say they cute. But do you really, truly love yourself? Can you really, truly sit in a room by yourself for hours and not do anything? Not listen to anything? Just be by yourself. Hey, you guys, so it's promised my phone died. So I'm laying down or whatever in the bed. So that way it can be connected to the charger. But like I was saying, like I didn't want people to think that self-love is an external thing or something that makes you feel like I'm beautiful or I'm pretty. You can feel that you're beautiful and you're pretty, but love runs way deeper than skin. Does it make sense? Love is deeper than the surface. So can you, like I said, can you sit there for hours by yourself and nothing else? Can you deal with your thoughts? Can you deal with the person that you really are? Can you really take a deep look in the mirror at yourself and say, you know what? I love me, including the imperfections. I came up with some tips, sure, we're loving on ourselves and stuff like that. And this is something that you could take one of these tips and apply it every week, or you could take one of them and do it daily, however you want to do it. But these are just some of the tips that I'm going to be working on this week, and some of the things that I've been working on for a long time that I'm trying to perfect, that I haven't necessarily perfected, but I'm definitely trying to do, if that makes sense. So number one on my list is refrain from distractions. Now, distractions can be a multitude of things. Distractions can be things like boys. Distractions can be things like movies. Distractions can be YouTube. I know I'm on YouTube, but distractions can be YouTube. Distractions could be phone conversations. Anything that is occupying your time outside of your goals that is not a priority in your life. Because of course, like, one of your goals can be like, I'm gonna raise $100, but then somebody in your family gets sick and they need the $100, so that's a priority. So anything that's not a priority that is coming in your life and taking the place of what you need to get done, that is a distraction. Distractions are roadblocks, and everybody has distractions, literally everybody, but you cannot fold into your distractions, because all your distractions is gonna do is slow you down, and the more it slow you down, the longer it takes for you to get to your goal. Because eventually, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. God gives us goals. He gives us gifts. He gives us things that He wants us to do. So whether we want to do them now or later, they have to get done. Does that make sense? So it's like, well, I'll put off what you can do now for later. Like, you can go ahead and get it done instead of being beat over the head by it and be bent out of shape. because you've been distracted, and now you gotta refocus yourself and still complete the goal. Just go ahead and do it. And just go ahead and do it. And I'm talking to myself too, because I get distracted by so many things. And you know, this is a transparent moment. One of the things that I get distracted by is life. I get so overwhelmed in the thought of this may not happen, or this may not happen, and this might not go exactly how I planned, and you know, this might not. That is a distraction. Even though I'm okay, y'all, so this is gonna be harder than what I thought, because I just got a phone call. But like I said, even though I'm focusing on the things I'm supposed to be focusing on, it's still hard because it's still a distraction. Does it make sense? So anything that is stopping you from just going hard, going to your goal, that is a distraction. So number 1 is refrain from distractions. Number 2 is be the best you can be. No matter what happened in life, whether you fail, whether you do good, as long as you being the best you can be, as long as you present yourself the best way you can present yourself, as long as you doing the best you can, bro, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Like, something that like I said, get caught up in is, oh, if this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen. It makes me feel like I'm a failure. But the best people in the world have failed. Like, you just gotta grind and don't stop, hustle, don't quit. Like, for real. And when you really be the best you can be, it's like you're giving yourself, it's like you saying, hey, this is me. Something that I learned at a very, very early age is you have to be your own brand. I'm gonna say that one more time. You have to be your own brand. Everything you do on this earth represents you. Everything I do represents Sasha. Everything. The content I put on my channel represents me. It don't represent nobody else. Even though I'm doing collabs and stuff like that, anything I put on my channel represents me. Anything I connect myself with represents me. And if it's negative, or if it doesn't need to go how I need to go, and then that is on me. You always have to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. You always have to make sure that you're thinking about, how does this make me feel? Is this the perception that I want to give off? Is this the things that I want to do for me? Is this the best of me? You always have to think of that. You always have to think of that. Always. Because other people won't think about you how you will. Other people won't say, oh, she just messed up. Like right now, there's still people in this world who say, even though I done changed my entire life around, who would still be like, man, Sasha bad as hell. Sasha this, Sasha that. Sasha ain't gonna be nothing. Even though I done changed my life around, there's still people in this world who judge me based off of my previous actions. So make sure you always put the best you forward. That's physically, that's mentally, that's the decisions you make. Make sure you're always presenting the best you. So like I said, number 2 is be the best you can be. And number 3 is standards. Now, this standards thing, all of these that I came up with, for the most part, goes into different facets of life. You can apply them for whatever your goal is. So give yourself standards. When I say standards, for me, something that I struggled with was one of the things I struggled with was longevity with certain stuff. So with college, like I said, I'm finna graduate. I'm actually doing it 3.5 years versus 4. And I honestly believe that was God just saying, I appreciate you for your efforts and giving yourself standards. So with me, I observed. I said, okay, Sasha, I know you dropped out of middle school and you dropped out of high school after 2 years. You can never make it past your second year. With college, you have to make it past your second year. You better work as hard as you can your second year. Your second year, you better get past that hump and keep running, keep going. That's what I did. That was the standards I gave myself. I didn't let myself fall down. I didn't allow myself an opportunity to succeed. Let me tell y'all a little bit about my story. So, I'm from New Orleans originally. Of course, I left with Katrina. I have a mother and I have a father. Neither one of them were together. I was living with my dad. I got moved with my mom. My mom became homeless. I lived with her for a little bit, then I got moved back with my dad. From living with my dad, I got moved back to with my mom. And when I was with my mom, I stayed with my mom. I've been in literally almost every homeless shelter in Atlanta. Literally almost every homeless shelter in Atlanta. I dropped out of school twice. I dropped out of school in middle school, and I dropped out of school in high school. I dropped out of school at 13 and at 16. Y'all, I went to military school for 6 months. Went to college after that, and I'm getting ready to graduate. So my life has been on this sped up path. But the most crucial part of that path, the most crucial part of me changing my life from being homeless and dropping out of school to being a college graduate almost, and really finna have a career and really just breaking the chains that I wasn't even accessible for me before. You wanna know what it was? Two things. Well, it was a multitude of things, but two basic things. One is God, definitely God, and standards. But my standards came from Him. I didn't have room to fail. There was no possible way that I was gonna let myself. I didn't love myself enough to try. I didn't love myself enough to fight. I didn't love myself enough to say I needed better. No, I needed better. I wanted better. This is my life. This wasn't a game. This wasn't up for grabs. This wasn't for play. It still isn't. I'm still fighting daily. I got a class right now and I'm like, Lord Jesus, please just let me pass, because I don't want to do no work for it. But I had to love myself enough to say, you know what? We're going to pull up this little bit of strength that we got. We're going to pull together our little bit of pride. We're going to pull together our little bit of togetherness and keep trucking. And keep going. They gave me a standard. When I was in military school, I literally was like, bro, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in trouble today, but I ain't going home. I can't go home. Going home ain't even an option. That was my standard. There was other people in that same situation with me. They didn't give themselves them standards, and they didn't make it. Another standard. All right, when I graduate, I'm going to a 4-year college. I'm the only one who was in my military school and was going to a 4-year college. And I actually went. Now, I talked another young lady into going. And it's so funny because me and her wasn't even like all that close at first. They was telling us that we couldn't go to a 4-year college. They was telling us that all we could do was a JUCO. I said, nah, bruh. I ain't doing that. I influenced her. Let me not say that. God used me to influence her to go to a 4-year college. And I think she about almost done with what she doing. I haven't talked to her in a minute. But I had a standard for myself. I'm not going to accept less. I'm worth more. I've been through way too much. Just give myself the short end of the stick. So number 3 for me is standards. If you don't have standards, you don't have nothing. If you don't stand up for nothing, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. And that is so true. When I was in a group home, I didn't mention that part. When I was in a group home, there used to be a poster that literally was diagonal across from my bed. And that saying always stuck to me. If you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Standards are everything. You have to have standards. You have to care. You have to. Otherwise, you gonna fall for anything, literally. So number 3 was standards. Number 4 is a love letter to myself. So, my bad, y'all. So, I know it's a lot of people in the world that journal and stuff like that. I don't journal just because I hate writing. I really do. And I think it's because I'm in college. Because before I got to college, I love writing. Writing was my thing. But now I like vlogging. I like recording. So what I do is I write love letters to myself. When I'm on my self-love journey, when I feel like I need a little bit of sprucing up, when I feel like I need to gather myself, pull myself together, say, Sasha, you're worth more, you have to do more, I love you. If I feel like I need to love on myself a little bit more, I write myself love letters to encourage myself in situations. And I don't write myself love letters or record myself love letters. And I don't do it just for that moment to encourage myself. I've done it as a sense of therapy for the old Sasha. How to move past stuff, to say, you know what, you got hurt. You know, it's so many things. It's so many things in life, and there's so many people that's had bad things happen to them, and they haven't went back and processed the younger them. They haven't went back and loved on the younger them. They haven't went back and showed some support to the younger them and actually try to work through stuff. That is something that has to happen. It has to. It has to. So, get in the habit of writing yourself letters. Get in the habit of saying, you know what, I'm going to write this little note here. I'm going to post this little quote here. Or stuff like that. Because that's your motivation. Those things are the things that you see. They're the things that you process through your mind. You read this. This is what you process. This is what you take in. You take in positivity. You take in, girl, I love you. You take in, girl, you beautiful. You take in, girl, you're strong. You take in, girl, you can fight. You take in, girl, you gonna make it. You take in all of the positive things. You never, ever taking the negative things. And I'm talking to myself because I still struggle with this. Still struggle with this. Something that I want to do when I get my own house is I want to have a really, really big mirror. So that way every day I can write with lipstick. Girl, I'll probably get the cheap red lipstick. Ruby Kisses or something like that. NYX or something. Write every day on a positive word. Or every week have a positive word for the week. I feel like affirmations are everything. Affirmations are everything. So write yourself letters. Leave yourself affirmations. Something that simple can change your whole outlook in life. Can change your whole day. So number 4 is love letters to yourself. Number five to me is so important because you know how people say you can't love nobody else unless you love yourself? I don't think that's true. I think that loving yourself and loving others go hand in hand. I'm going to say it again. I think loving yourself and loving others go hand in hand. God, where you want me to go with this? Alright, I'm going biblical, y'all. I'm sorry. So the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. When you love on other people, that gives you tangible results of how you feel about yourself. Does that make sense? So you will really, really know how you love yourself and how much you care about yourself and how much time that you spend with yourself, how good you treat yourself and your view of yourself by how you treat and love on others. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. So for me, loving on others is vital. It really is vital. Because I really try to love people as if I love myself. And that is a tangible way of letting me know if things is right in my life. No matter what the situation is. Hold on, y'all. No matter what the situation is, I always try to show somebody else love. Because I have been in a situation to where nobody showed me love. I have been in a situation to where I needed a friend to say, girl, let me show you this, and this. And I genuinely have found a few people in life that loved me just as much as they loved themselves. And that's tangible for them to see how much they care about themselves. Like, just make sure you love on people. Y'all, like, you cannot love yourself to the fullness if you don't know how to love other people. You have to love others. You know the song that say, I need you, you need me. We're all a part of this body. We are. We really, really are. Now that you got yourself together, go love on somebody else. Pour into somebody else. Give somebody else what you didn't have. I'm sorry, like, I guess I have a different outlook from a lot of people just because of the situations and that I was in and the way I was brought up. But for me, is you always be a friend to the friendless. You always give until you can't give no more. You always, like, that's me. because things on this earth is gonna pass. They are. They really, really are. But you have to keep going. Like, you have to keep going. You have to love on people. You can't think about what things on this earth gonna pass. You have to love on people. You have to show people the love that you receive. No matter what situation it was, if it was from your parents, if it was from a friend, if it was from whoever, you have to show people the love you received. And it's rewarding. So number 5 for me is love on others. And you can take it whichever way you want to take it. But this ran a little bit longer than what I thought it would. And I'm like super tired right now. But make sure y'all go check out my girl Living Life is Issa. Because like I said, it's a collab video, and see what she had to say about the topic self-love. But I love y'all. Love yourself. Love on yourself to capacity this week. Loving yourself to where you so drunk on love that you can't do nothing that, honey, you sound better than me, I say. But I love y'all, and I really, 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 really hope this helped. Like I said, this is a different video just because my atmosphere is a little bit different. But if y'all like it a little bit more raw like this versus how it was last week, then let me know. And we can do it more like nighttime motivation or something like that, to where it's like uncut. But I love y'all. Please don't judge me for this nighttime foolery of how I look and how my hair is and honey background. Just don't judge me. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for the support that you've given me so far. You guys, if you feel like this, you need to help anybody, share it, y'all. Please share it. I want this to touch as many people as possible. I really, 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 really want to get the word out about Motivational Mondays. Like, I really do. Because eventually one day I want to have it to where I can start answering some of y'all questions. And, you know, if I can't answer it, getting people that can't answer it, that has been seasoned in certain things. Because I have I have great counsel in my life. And I have a lot of gems in my life, male and female, that'll be able to give you advice, biblical and non-biblical. So, you guys, I love y'all. And make sure y'all keep checking in. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.